What's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming through once again. I'm Blocker 120, and this is Foam World Order. This is episode 6, and I really appreciate everything. I really appreciate you guys commenting, following, liking my videos. I appreciate all the feedback, everything. I appreciate the engagement between me and the community. It's been real fun so far. I'm going to continue to go on. Tune in to the videos. I said tune out. Wow, that's crazy. But please tune in. Don't listen to that tune out part. Tune in throughout the month. You know, it's the spooky season. So I'm going to be featuring different blasters from out my collection from the zombie line of Nerf. But I'm going to also try to get some along the lines. I'm going to try to hit some thrift stores up and everything because I love thrift shopping. But let's get into the blaster that I'm going to be featuring today. And that is the Adventure Force Deuce Pro. This was a Walmart exclusive released in August 2022 for $40. This blaster is in the Pro line. It is a powerful blaster. And for $40, it came with a few little accessories, which is pretty dope. You got yourself a leg holster, an attachable piece that just snaps into the front here for the removable muzzle brake, and you have yourself 2 extra 6-dart speed reloads, and you have a holster to hold those. For some reason, mine is orange, and even on the box here, it's advertised in gray. I don't know why I have an orange one. Do I have a misprint one? Is this the prototype, the one that they was working off? I don't know. Let me know if you purchased the Deuce Pro and you have it. Let me know if you have it in a different color, your holster. I got mine from online. I'll include the link in the description. So I don't know, maybe if in stores it's different, because obviously you can see this is one of those window boxes. I like those. I really do. I'm not a big fan about the presentation of a blaster. Like, seriously, you could send me a blaster or in a plastic bag, and as long as it works great, I don't care what it looks like. It's like when you go to a restaurant and something's plated really nice and everything, but if it doesn't taste well, do you really care about that presentation? No. I'm going to be using that restaurant reference later on, so just please keep that in mind. Moving forward, this blaster is, like I said, $40. A couple cool accessories that came with it. The one thing I really like about this blaster that Adventure Force did that I'm surprised no other companies have done in the past really is this removable muzzle brake is a performance accelerator. It actually affects the performance and it increases the performance. It does. I do not have a proper chrono, as I mentioned in my last video. I don't trust the readings from it. I feel like I'm getting improper readings, so I don't even want to use it and give you those numbers and affect your judgment on this or your judgment on me. Who knows? But the muzzle brake is removable and it affects the performance. The muzzle brake itself does have a rail on the top and the bottom. The blaster itself only has a rail at the top. The blaster is a top prime blaster with a safety on the handle, and you have to prime the blaster back to remove the cylinder. You have to prime the blaster back to even turn the cylinder. It will not turn, even though it has a port right here to load in single darts, but it will not turn unless you prime it back. Now, this blaster is very fun to play around with. Competitively, I don't think this blaster is a good blaster for competition right now because, as I like to call this blaster, Old Skippy. Because this blaster will skip cylinders every so often, no matter how well you try to train yourself and get yourself accustomed to this blaster, it will skip. As a matter of fact, my time looking up different modifications and trying to find cosmetic mods for this blaster, I found zilch, nothing, zero, anything, nothing, like nada. Everything I found pretty much related to this blaster was on how to fix that skipping issue. It seemed is that serious of an issue, obviously, because you want your darts to fire when you want your darts to fire. You don't want them to be skipping. Like I said, this is old Skippy, or we can call it the now and later. You got 6 dart capacity, you get 5 darts now, and one of those darts you'll get later on. You cycle it right back around. She'll be coming around the mountain. But it is a powerful blaster. If you was going to use it for target and stuff like that, I would use it for that, definitely. The included leg holster, one thing I like about this included leg holster as well is that you don't have to remove the muzzle or the sight, the removable sight. I forgot to mention the removable sight. It has one. But you don't have to remove it. That's why I forgot to mention it, because it actually fits directly into the holster completely together. Comes out nicely. The holster itself, it's not adjustable like the MK 2.1. It is not, you cannot rotate it, but I didn't have an issue putting the blaster back in and taking it back out, because I guess it's more because the open front space versus on the 2.1 blaster's holster where the space was more open on the back end. But it makes a real comfortable blaster as a side blaster. But like as I said, I would not use it in competition because it skips. And it does that. You're priming on this, like, that's maybe the third, that's supposed to be the third one. Because the first one I shot because I don't like to leave my blasters primed. The second one was right now on camera. That was supposed to be the third one. They are full. I do have my cylinders full. It's just, like I said, this is old Skippy. Or the now and later. I have 5 darts that I'm going to be able to shoot now. And then that 1 dart that skipped, it's going to come back around later. But that's okay because they have ways to fix it. And this blaster is $40 for the performance that this blaster delivers. $40 is pretty good. And for its size, its compact size, the fact that it actually has a performance enhancing muzzle brake is great to me. Now, I would say for Dart Zone, a couple things. Maybe you guys can come out with a Deuce Pro 0.2 or whatever, and you know, a next gen Deuce Pro. Keep pretty much everything the same except you're going to fix this cylinder problem, the chambering problem. And seeing that it's a pro revolver, can we get a hammer prime instead of a top slide prime? Now, I'm not completely against this because, believe it or not, crazy, in the words of my late father, true story, I actually had a dream when I was younger about a revolver blaster with a top slide prime. And when I woke up, I was like, wow, that's so crazy. Like, who would ever do something like that? Like, it makes no sense. Like, revolvers are supposed to have a hammer prime. And then, you know, they wound up developing blaster toys like this. And I was like, that's dope. That's super dope. But even though, can we, for the next one, can we get like a 2.1, however you want to do it, a Deuce Pro 2, however you want to advertise it, and can we get a hammer prime instead for a pro revolver? I feel like that would fit in very well. Off topic, no, not even really off topic, still on topic. I like the fact when it comes to your pro sidearms, your pro side blasters, that you include holsters with your blasters and accessories to hold extra magazines and dart holders. And you include extra dart holders as well. That is great that you do that. Can we get sling attachments on your primaries? Like, let's say, for instance, the Dictator, the Tomcat, you know, the MK3, like blasters like that. When you coming out in the future, can we include sling attachments for those? Continue moving forward with including holsters with your blasters. Also, wait, more thing about this. The holsters. I love the fact that they are leg drop holsters, but can you also include a way that we can attach a belt to make it a belt holster if we so decide to? You know, give us a little more versatility. Without me having to rack my brain, because I always be like, I know there's a simple solution to this, but I be so busy and trying to think of so much stuff. I don't always have the solution offhand. But those are just a couple things I would like to see in the future. Let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree, if you're like Dart Zone's doing just fine. Now, back to that restaurant reference I was talking about. This blaster is like that beautifully plated dish that you would receive at one of those 5-star restaurants. It comes in a beautiful box. It has a nice flip open box where you can see it. A nice, I call it the display boxes. I like these out of any of the packagings that they do offer. And when you first get into it, that first bite of that plate, it feels great. And it's like, you know, this is, wow, I'm so glad I chose this place. And then when you're done, you're like, it has that weird aftertaste. But it felt good during the time. So it's like, you're now stuck with mixed feelings. Like, you don't love it, but you don't hate it. And that's what this blaster is. This is that fancy dish. So that's my feeling on it. Like I said, the upgrades, I feel like, you know, you could give us a hammer prime, seeing how it's a pro revolver. But I'm always saying, for everything that you didn't have, there's things that you did do that I'm grateful for. Like, for instance, finally, I have a muzzle brake that does something. It means something. And you gave me a holster that I don't have to remove it if I don't want to. Because having muzzle brakes included with like the MK 2.1, it's cool, but it's annoying if I have to remove it when I holster it, because I'm not going to stop and reattach the muzzle brake every single time. So that is great. Keep that. Do not take that off, please. If you're a gamer, if anyone from my audience is a gamer, you would understand what it's like when you get upgrades and updates and they mess something else up that was good already to begin with, and you're like, why did they do that? So Dart Zone, please don't do that. Just keep all of the good. Let's try to get a hammer prime here, and let's fix this cylinder. This is not a bad blaster, and this is a $40 powerhouse. So I really do like this blaster. How you could change your FPS with a simple removal of the barrel. That is pretty dope right there. Like, I really do like that. I do like, and I said, this right here, it does pop right onto the front. It's for the barrel attachment. It's meant to house the barrel attachment, but I did not attach mine, and it locks in there. I did not attach mine because I don't want it on there. I don't need that extraness, but because it does hold without it. But it is dope that it has that. And I'm sorry for the Nerf Ninjas. Upside down is, oh wow, okay, so nope, sorry. I was gonna say the Nerf Ninjas, you can do it, but nope, upside down, sorry. Nerf Ninjas, it will not work. You cannot hang upside down with this blaster. But you can try to get them with that last sneak around shot, you know, make them think that the blast is empty because of that skip shot, and get a sneak attack off of one of those with that extra shot that's going to be in there at the end. But other than that, like I said, this is a pretty dope blaster, pretty straightforward. I don't have too much to say about it. I like it for target shooting. I would not recommend it for competition, because you're going to have a lot of misfires where you're going to get no darts coming out. It's going to skip a lot, you know. But Other than that, it's a $40 powerhouse. If you choose to fix that issue there's videos, I'm gonna actually include the links in the description to those videos that are on YouTube of people who show you how to fix that issue. And you fix that issue, it's good to go. Then I guess, yeah, take it on to competition and you could kick, all on the field. So I really appreciate you guys, as I said, coming through, hanging out with me. I always do. It is a great time. I tune in throughout the month. Since it is the spooky season, I'm going to try to get as many zombie blasters as I can. I have a few already in my collection, but I want to try to get more. The zombie collection is a large collection, so I want to try to include as much as I can. And as always, I thank you guys for coming through. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, follow, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your neighbor to tune in, get your neighbor a blaster and tell your neighbor to get their other neighbor a blaster, and y'all have yourselves a Nerf war. Have a good fun on Halloween. Everybody be safe out there. Keep your eye protection on and everything. I appreciate you guys, and I really don't know what else to say. Thank you.